Good morning, students. My name is Poonam Daswani. I hope you all are good and your family is doing great. Students, today we are going to continue with the science chapter lesson 4, housing and clothing. In the previous lecture, we learned about housing. We saw there are different types of houses and why do we live in we need to live in different types of houses according to the climatic weather and conditions, and how house protects us from sun, heat, wind, rain, cold, and also house protect us from thieves and animals. Now today we will be learning about clothing. Clothing also protect us from sun, heat, wind and cold, and also clothing is very important to cover our body from the climatic conditions. Now housing and clothing are the basic needs. Housing and clothing are the basic needs without which we cannot live. Can we live without wearing clothes? No, we cannot live. So clothing is very important for our body to keep us safe and protected from sun, heat, wind, rain. So we need different types of clothing according to the different types of climate. So today we will learn about the clothing, the clothes we wear. Why we wear different types of clothes and why different types of clothes are necessary and why we need to keep our clothes clean. Why we wear clean clothes? We will see in the chapter today. But before starting on to the chapter, I would like to show you a video. So we will move on to the video and see why clothing is important.
We, the human beings, cover our body with clothes. Clothes protect our body from dust and bad weather. Well-fitting, neat, and comfortable clothes also improve our personality. We wear footwear such as shoes, sandals, and chappals to protect our feet from getting hurt while walking or running. Remember to wear proper fitting footwear, as too tight or too loose footwear can damage our feet or affect our walking style. Need for clothing. Clothes give us protection from heat, cold, rain, strong sun rays, snow, insect bites, and dust. Clean clothes protect us from certain infections, as they do not allow the germs to come in contact with our skin. Well-fitting and clean clothes give us a smart appearance. Clothes for every season. Can you think of wearing a thick sweater on a hot summer day or a light cotton shirt on a chilly evening? And wouldn't you get completely drenched if you don't wear a raincoat when it is pouring? We select our clothes according to the climate or the weather condition of the place we live in. Summer, spring. People wear light-colored, loose-fitting and comfortable cotton clothes. These keep the body cool. Tiny pores help air to circulate freely. Also also absorb sweat easily and make you feel cool and comfortable. Winter. People wear thick woolen clothes such as sweaters and coats. These keep the body warm. They do not let the body heat escape. Wool is the best fiber for such garments. Rains or monsoons. Rubber or plastic material raincoats and or umbrellas for protection against rain. When a raincoat is worn over our regular clothes, it protects us from rain by not allowing water to pass through and thus keep us dry. Rubber footwear such as gum boots are also worn in monsoon. Clothes from fiber to fabric to fashion. Today, we have a range of materials to choose from: cotton, silk, nylon, linen, wool, and so on. But this was not so thousands of years ago, when man used the skin hide of animals as clothes. As man progressed, he started using different materials for making clothes. These materials can be classified as natural fibers and man-made fibers. Natural fibers. Natural fibers are those that are obtained from living things like plants or animals. These include mainly cotton and jute, though we get natural fibers from banana and hemp too. Silk and wool are natural fibers obtained from animals. Fiber is also obtained from animals such as goats, camels, and yak. Man-made or artificial fibers. Some fibers are developed by way of scientific experiments using different chemicals. They are called man-made or synthetic fibers. Nylon, dacron, rayon, terylene, polyester are some artificial fibers. Clothes made from them are easy to wash and also dry very quickly. They do not crease easily and thus do not need regular ironing. However, clothes made from these do not absorb perspiration and also catch fire very easily. Uniforms. We see people around us engaged in different occupations wearing specific garments. These garments, which give them identity of their occupation, are called uniforms. Children wear uniforms to school, which also identifies them, especially in crowded areas. Care of clothes. Your clothes last longer and look smarter when you take good care of them. Use clothes with care. Always check the washing instructions of a garment mentioned on the label. For example, cotton clothes can be washed with a detergent, whereas silk garments should be dry cleaned or washed with a mild detergent. Also check for garments whose color can run. Wash them separately. Dry your clothes in open shade and not in direct sun, as the color of the clothes may fade. At times, silk clothes are damaged by small insects. Keep naphthalene balls or dried neem leaves in the cupboard to keep the insects away. Wash off stains from clothes as soon as they are formed. Sparingly used clothes should be kept out in the sunlight from time to time. Thus, now we have learned about clothes we wear.
Students, we saw in the video what are the different types of clothes that we wear, and in different climates we wear different types of clothes, and how we can take care of our clothes, and why should we wear clean clothes. So now we move ahead with the chapter clothing. We wear clothes to protect our body. Clothes protect us from the sun, wind, rain, cold and dust. They also protect us from insect bites. As we saw in the video, if we are going out in the field or farm area, if we wear full sleeves clothes, we get protected from insect bites. Clothes also make us look smart. If we wear good clothes, attractive clothes, we look smart. Long ago, people wore clothes made from leaves or animal skins. As we saw in the video, people long time ago, they used to wear clothes made up of leaves or animal skin. They used to hunt animals and they used to wear it like a cloth. Today we wear clothes made from cotton, silk, wool, nylon, etc. What kind of clothes we wear? We wear cotton clothes, silk clothes, wool clothes, nylon clothes. We wear different types of clothes in different climatic conditions. Clothes protect our body. Clothes protect us from sun, wind, rain, cold and dust. Now we move ahead with fibers. What are fibers? Fibers. Different clothes are made from different fabrics. As we know, there are different fabrics like cotton, silk, wool, nylon. These are all different types of fabric. Different clothes are made from different fabrics. Fabrics are made from thin thread like materials called fibers. What are fibers? Fabrics are made from thin thread like materials called fibers. There are mainly two types of fibers, natural and human made. There are two types of fibers. Those are natural and human made fibers. Now what are the natural and human made fibers? We will see in the chapter. Natural fibers are obtained from plants or animals. Natural fibers are obtained from plants or animals. Natural fibers are of two types. What are the natural types of fibers? Two types. We get natural fibers from. So we'll see again fibers. We'll start with the fibers again. Different clothes are made from different fabrics. Different clothes are made from different fabrics like cotton, silk, rayon, nylon. These are all the different types of fabrics. Fabrics are made from thin thread like materials called fibers. What are fibers? Fibers are used to make fabric. Fibers are used to make fabric. Fabrics are made from thin thread like materials called fibers. They are mainly two types of fibers, natural and human made. Now what are natural fibers and what is human made fiber? We will see. Natural fibers are obtained from plants or animals. Natural fibers are obtained from plants or animals. Natural fibers are of two types, plant fibers and animal fibers, depending upon the source. The natural fiber that which we are receiving is from the plant fiber or the animal fiber, that depend upon the source which we are getting from. Now from plant we get which kind of fiber, and from animal we get which kind of fiber. We'll see. Cotton, jute, wool and silk are some of natural fibers. What are the natural fibers? We don't need to make it. We don't need to create it. They are naturally made. Cotton, jute, wool and silk are some of the natural fibers. Cotton is collected from the hairy seeds of cotton plant. Means cotton we get from cotton plant. Jute is produced from the stem and outer skin of jute plant. We get jute from outer skin of the jute plant. Wool is collected from the body hair of animals like sheep, goat and camels. Wool is collected from the body hair of animals like sheep, goats and camels. Silk is collected from the cocoons of silkworms. Silk is collected from the cocoons of silkworms. A cocoon is a covering made from smooth threads in which a baby silkworm lives. A cocoon is a covering of thread in which a baby silkworm lives. In which a baby silkworm lives, it is a cocoon. We'll see in the image below. As you can see, cotton is obtained from cotton plant. Jute is obtained from jute plant. These are both the plant fibers. The animal fibers is obtained from sheep, goat and camel. So we get wool from animal fibers and we get silk. As you can see, the cocoon which lives, baby silkworm which lives in cocoon, we get silk from the cocoon. We'll see what are the plant fibers. Plant fibers are cotton and jute. We get jute from jute plants and we get cotton from cotton plant. And we also get animal fiber which is natural. We don't need to make it. Natural fibers and animal fibers is wool we get from sheep and silk we get from silkworm. Now we move ahead to artificial or synthetic fibers. Artificial or synthetic fibers. Artificial or synthetic fibers are made by humans. These are not naturally made, they are made by human beings. Means which they are made by people. Artificial or synthetic fibers are made by humans. Examples are nylon, terylene, acrylic, terracotta, rayon and polyester. What are the artificial fibers which are made by human beings? Like nylon, as you can see in the image, nylon rope, acrylic sweater which is used to wear in winter, terracotta materials, rayon and polyester. You can see in the image, rayon carpet. These are all man-made materials which we do not get naturally but are created by human beings. As you can see in the image, nylon, rayon, polyester, terylene. These are all human-made materials. Now we move ahead with the activity. There is an activity in your textbook. What you have to do is make a list of 5 clothes in your house and write the names of fibers used in making them. Now what you will do is you will take 5 clothes, 5 different clothes in your house, and you will write the name of the fabric, like fiber, which fiber is used in it. Suppose for example you take a cotton shirt, or you will take a raincoat, you will take a sweater, you will take a nylon, your silk sari of your mama, and you will take 5 different materials from your house and you will write which fiber is used. Like cotton, if you are taking a cotton sari, cotton is used to make cotton sari. Now if you take a raincoat, which material is used to make raincoat? Nylon or plastic, whatever material is used to make a raincoat. If you take a sweater, which material fiber is used to make a sweater? Wool is used to make sweater. Suppose you are taking a jute bag, with a bag which is made from jute, which fiber is used? A jute fiber is used in making a jute bag. So in this way you will find 5 clothes in your house. If you are taking a silk sari, which fiber is used? A silk fiber is used to make a silk sari. So in this way you will take 5 clothes at your home and you will list them and you will write this in your GH book. Okay, this activity you will be doing in your GH book or in your rough book. GH book is general homework book or rough book. You will do the activity. Now we move ahead with the checkpoint. We'll see whether you have understood the points or no. There is a quick checkpoint. Group the following fibers. Group the following fibers. Like fibers are given and the fiber name is also given. It is a natural fiber or it is a synthetic fiber. Natural fiber is naturally made, we don't need to make it, and synthetic fiber is human made fiber. So wool, where we get wool from? It is a natural or a synthetic fiber. Wool we get from sheep. So it is a natural fiber. Now jute, where we get jute from? We get jute from jute plant. Rayon, where we get rayon from? We get it naturally or it is a human made material? Where we get rayon from? Rayon is a human made fiber, so it will come in synthetic fibers. Cotton. Where we get cotton from? Cotton we get from cotton plant. So it is a natural fiber. Terylene is a human made fiber. So it will come in synthetic fiber. Polyester. Where we get polyester from? It is a human made fiber. So it will come in synthetic fibers. Silk. Silk is a natural fiber. Here are the answers. You can write it in your textbook. Jute, cotton, silk and wool are natural fibers. Rayon, terylene, polyester are synthetic fibers which are human made, which are made by using chemicals. So they are synthetic fibers. Now we move ahead. Care of clothes. Why is it necessary to take care of your clothes? We saw in the video why should we take care of our clothes, because clothes should not tear and we should wear good and neat and clean clothes. So we will see ahead in the chapter care of clothes. We should wash our clothes with a good soap or detergent. We should wash our clothes with a good soap or detergent. Washed clothes should be rinsed properly to remove the soap. Washed clothes should be rinsed, means they should be washed in the water, rinsed properly to remove the soap. Number 2, synthetic clothes should not be squeezed. Synthetic clothes should not be squeezed after rinsing. Means as we squeeze the clothes to remove excess water from cotton clothes, we should not squeeze the synthetic clothes because they don't catch too much water. The water flows off from the synthetic material. That's why we should not squeeze synthetic clothes after rinsing. Woolen clothes should be kept out in the sun after the winter season is over. Woolen clothes we wear in winter season. So after the winter season is over, we should wash and clean the woolen clothes and we should dry the woolen clothes in the sun after winter season is over. Then they can be packed along with neem leaves or naphthalene balls. Moth balls are naphthalene balls. As we saw in the video, we should keep the woolen clothes neat and washed and we should keep them with neem leaves or naphthalene balls so that insects do not come and damage our clothes. So we should take good care of our clothes, and these are the points we can take care of our clothes by following these points. Now we move ahead. Do you know dry cleaning is a process of cleaning clothes by using a fluid or chemical rather than water? Have you all seen your mama giving dresses for dry cleaning? Yes, we all know dry cleaning. Dry cleaning is a process in which clothes are washed not by water but by using a fluid or a chemical. The people, those who are having dry clean shops, they wash our clothes by using a chemical. They don't wash the clothes using water. Dry cleaning is often used to wash delicate clothes like woolen and silk that would otherwise be damaged by water and soap or detergent. Why certain clothes need dry cleaning and we wash all the other clothes that we wear at home, we wash the clothes at home. Why some clothes are needed dry cleaning? Because some clothes are very delicate like net and silk, which party wear clothes we wear in parties. Those clothes are very costly and very delicate clothes. If we wash those clothes, they will either uh, leave the color, or they will squeeze, or they will shrink, or they will dry, the work will fade away. So these types of clothes are required to be taken a good care. So we give these type of clothes for dry cleaning. By giving it to dry cleaning, we wash the clothes. We don't wash, the people, those who have a shop of dry cleaning, they wash our clothes with a chemical rather than using water. That's why we give the clothes for dry cleaning. Importance of wearing clean clothes. Why should we wear clean clothes? What is the importance of wearing clean clothes? We should always wear clean clothes. We should always wear clean clothes. Dirty clothes make us look shabby. As we also saw in the video that we should wear clean clothes because clean clothes make us look smart. They also smell bad. If you wear same cloth 2 days, it will smell. Yes, so we should change our clothes daily. Daily we should wear a different cloth. Besides, dirty clothes can cause skin diseases. Why should we wear everyday washed clothes? Because dirty clothes can cause skin diseases. You get rashes, you get pimples on the skin. That's why you should wear clean clothes. We should not lend or borrow clothes. We should not lend or borrow means we should not give our clothes, and we should not also borrow our clothes from our friends or anyone. Lend means we should not give our worn clothes, and we should not also borrow the worn clothes from our friends or from our relatives or from our brothers and sisters. Why? Infections of one person can be passed on to another person by sharing clothes. Now, if one person is having a problem of sweating, a lot of infections and diseases and many germs, so if you borrow clothes from someone else, that germs will come and stick to your body. Or if you are having sweating and germs on your body, if you give your clothes to somebody else, the germs will be transferred to other person's body. So you should not share your clothes. You should wear your own clothes. So these are the importance of wearing clothes. Wearing clean clothes. Importance of wearing clean clothes. Now we move ahead. Points to remember. What are the points that we should remember? Points to remember. Our house keeps us safe from heat, cold, wind and rain. Points to remember what we have learnt in the chapter. Our house keeps us safe from heat, cold, wind and rain. Our house has to be strong to give us protection. Our house has to be strong to give us protection. Our house should be protective house. We should take good care of our house. We should take good care of our house. We should keep our house clean and tidy. We should keep our house clean and tidy, and we should take good care of our house. Clothes too give us protection, means like house, clothes also give us protection. There are two types of fibers. Which are they? Natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Natural fibers are we get naturally, we don't need to make them. Synthetic fibers are fibers which we get from animals. Which are human made. Synthetic fibers are human made fibers. Natural fibers are fibers which we get naturally. Now what are the natural fibers we get from? We get natural fibers from plants and animals, and synthetic fibers are human made fibers. Fibers are spun into threads and then woven into cloth. Fibers are first spun into threads. Now when cotton is extracted from the cotton plant and when jute is extracted, first what they are done, they are spun into thread, means they are converted into threads first, and after that the cloth is made. After that it is converted into clothes. We should take care of our clothes. Now we read in the chapter, why is it necessary to take care of our clothes? Because we should wear clean clothes. We should always wear clean clothes. If we take good care of our clothes will remain clean and tidy, and they will last long. They will remain for a longer period of time, and we should wear clean clothes so that the germs should not affect our body. The diseases will not affect the body if we wear clean clothes. New words. Now we move on to new words. Foundation. What is the foundation? The structures under the ground which support a building. What is a foundation? Now when we have to make a building, it is very tall building, huge, big building. So before building a huge building, we also need to dig the ground. Under the ground we have to dig the ground, and we have to put the foundation. The iron bars are put under the ground so that it should stand firm above the ground. Have you seen the construction of a building? Before construction a huge building, the construction people dig the ground. They put the structure like iron bars to give support to the building. So that is the foundation. Grills. What are grills? Frames of metal bars. Grills are frames of metal bars. Now you all have windows in your house. So the windows are covered with the metal bars. Those are known as grills. Many of you might be having the grill in the balcony also. So that is the metal bars, frames of metal bars. Wire meshes. Net like materials with spaces in them made from wire. You remember I showed you an image of the wire meshes you saw, which are put on the window to keep away the insects and flies. Drainage, a system of pipes or drains to take waste liquid from the house. A system of pipes or drains to take water or waste liquids away from the house. Now, in our house, we have a drainage system to take the waste and the dirty water away from our house. Now, where is the drainage system put in our house? In the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the toilet. Drainage system is put because to take the dirty water out of our house. We clean utensils, so we get dirty water there. So that the dirty water is taken out from the house. When we take a bath, that time also dirty water is gone. It comes when we take bath, so that water also should be taken away from the house. That is the drainage system, a system of pipes to take the dirty water away from the house. Stagnant, water that is not flowing, means water which is collected on specific area, water which is not moving, which has been collected in one place. Water which is not moving or flowing, which is collected in one place. Rinse, what is the meaning of rinse? To use water to clean the soap or dirt from something, means washing. To use water, rinse means washing. To use water to clean the soap or dirt from something. When you wash the clothes, first you apply the soap. Now, to remove the soap from the clothes, what you do? You put water. The water which you put is known as rinsing. Rinse, to use water to clean the soap or dirt from something. Students, here we end with our chapter. I hope you all understood the chapter. If you have any doubts or queries, you can mail it to me on my mail ID. Thank you for listening to the chapter. We finished the lesson number 4. If you have any doubts or queries, mail it on my mail ID. Thank you for listening to the lecture. Thank you so much.